जय कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरा वनचारि यमुनतीरा वनचारि राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गिरिधारी श्री राधे जय राधा गिरिधारी श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रमण जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रमणि जय गौरानिताय श्री श्री गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय श्री श्री गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरुदेव की जय श्रीमद् भागवत महाग्रंथ की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय पंचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण everyone. Please welcome to this morning session. Please bless me so that I can deliver the correct message of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So I'll share the screen so that we can read the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. So we are reading the chapter 11, dream come to true. So I'll start from here. I think I can share the screen, Mataji. Everybody can see the screen, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Okay. With the manuscript for volume 3 complete and with the money to print it, Bhaktivedanta Swami once again entered the printing world, purchasing paper, correcting proofs, and keeping the printer on schedule so that the book would be finished by January 1965. Thus, by his persistence, he would had almost no money of his own managed to publish his third large hardbound volume within a little more than 2 years. At this rate, with his respect in the scholarly world increasing, he might soon become a recognized figure amongst his countrymen. But he had his vision set on the West. And with the third volume now printed, he felt he was at last prepared. He was 69 and would have to go soon. It had been more than 40 years since Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had first asked a young householder in Calcutta to preach Krishna consciousness in the West. At first, it had seemed impossible to Abhay Charan, who had so recently entered family responsibility. That obstacle, however, had long ago been removed, and for more than 10 years he had been free to travel, but he had been penniless and still was, and he had wanted first to publish some volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam to take with him. It had seemed necessary if he were to do something solid. Now, by Krishna's grace, 3 volumes were on hand. Srila Prabhupada, I planned that I must go to America. Generally, they go to London, but I did not want to go to London. I was simply thinking how to give to New York. I was scheming whether I shall go this way through Tokyo, Japan, or that way. Which way is cheaper? That was my proposal, and I was targeting to New York always. Sometimes I was dreaming that I have come to New York. Then Bhaktivedanta Swami met Mr. Agrawal, a Madura businessman, and mentioned to him in passing, as he did almost everyone he met, that he wanted to go to the West. Although Mr. Agrawal had known Bhaktivedanta Swami for only few minutes, he volunteered to try to get him a sponsor in America. It was something Mr. Agrawal had done a number of times. When he met a sadhu who mentioned something about going abroad to teach Hindu culture, he would ask his son Gopal, an engineer in Pennsylvania, to send back sponsorship form. When Mr. Agrawal volunteered to help in this way, Bhaktivedanta Swami urged him, please to do so. Srila Prabhupada, I did not say anything seriously to Mr. Agrawal, but perhaps he took it very seriously. I asked him, well, why don't you ask your son Gopal to sponsor so that I can go there? I want to preach there. But Bhaktivedanta Swami knew he would not simply dream of going to the West. He needed money. In March 1965, he made another visit to Bombay, attempting to sell his books. Again, he stayed at the free Dharmasala, Prem Kutir, but finding customers was difficult. He met Paramananda Bhagavan, a librarian at Jai Hindu College, who purchased books for the college library and then escorted Bhaktivedanta Swami to a few likely outlets. Mr. Bhagavani, I took him to the popular book depot at Grand Road to help him in selling books, but they told us they could stock the books because they don't have much sales on religion. Then we went to another shop nearby, and the owner also regretted his inability to sell the books. Then he went to the Sadhu Vela near Mahalakshmi temple and he met the head of the temple there. He, of course, welcomed us. They have a library of their own and they stock religious books. So we approached them to please keep a set there in their library. They are a wealthy customer and yet he also expressed his inability. Mataji, would you like me to stop here?
Yeah, you can stop here. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Stopping the sharing. Hare Krishna. So I'm sharing the today's verse. Give me a few seconds, Mataji. I will share the screen. Can you see it, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, yeah. Today we are reading the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 23rd chapter and verse number 13. Maharaj Pradhu going back home. The chapter name is Maharaj Pradhu going back home. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ittam Bhutanubhava Asau Pritusa Bhagavatamaha. Kirtitam Asya Charitam Uddama Charitasya Te. Tam Bhutanubhavasau Pritusa Bhagavatama. Kirtitam Tasya Charitam Uddama Charitasya Te. Ittam Bhutanubhavasau Pritusa Bhagavatamaha. Kirtitam Tasya Charitam Uddama Charitasya Te. Krishna, anybody would like to recite the verse? Please welcome.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am trying.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please.
Ittam bhutanabhavosho pithusha bhagavattamaha kirtitam tasya charitam uddama charitasya te.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Please.
Ityam bhutanubhavasho prithuh shav bhagavatamaha kirtitam tasya charitam uddama charitasya te. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody would like to recite? Otherwise, we go to synonyms. So anybody wants to read the synonyms?
I'll try.
Yes.
You go, Prabhuji, please.
Ittam Bhuta, thus. Anubhava, very great, powerful. Asau, that. Prutu, King Prutu. Sa, he. Bhagavat Tamaha, the best among the lords. Kirtitam, described. Tasya, his. Charitam, character. Uddhama, very great. Charitasya, one who possesses such qualities. Te, to you. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So can anybody read translation and purport?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Maitreya continued, the greatest of all devotees, Maharaj Prithu, was very powerful, and his character was liberal, magnificent, and magnanimous. Thus, I have described him to you as far as possible. Do you want me to read the purport too, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please continue.
Purport. In this verse, the word Bhagavatama is very significant, for the word Bhagavat is used especially to refer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the word Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is derived from the word Bhagavat. Sometimes, however, we see that the word Bhagavan is used for great personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Narada Muni. This is the case with Prithu Maharaj, who is described here as the best of the Bhagavans or the best of the Lords. A person can be so addressed only if he is a great personality who exhibits extraordinary and uncommon features, or who attains the greatest goal after his disappearance, or who knows the difference between knowledge and ignorance. In other words, the word Bhagavan should not be used for ordinary persons.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So one more time I will read the translation. Maitreya continued, the greatest of all devotees, Maharaja Prithu was very powerful and his character was liberal, magnificent and magnanimous. Thus I have described him to you as far as possible. Hare Krishna. Stop the sharing. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshud Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiyate. Nashtapraya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtake Mokam Karoti Vachalam Pangamyam Te Kirim Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Chandreswaram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we are discussing the words from this chapter. Actually, this chapter is conclusive part of the whole Pastime of Prithu Maharaj. And this is also the conclusive part of the life of Prithu Maharaj. Almost. This is conclusion. If you see the previous chapters and previous verses, how glorious the Pastime of Prithu Maharaj. I have been reading when I went back to chapters. I saw it is starting from 15th chapter. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, and 22, 23, almost 9 chapters was explaining the glories of Prithu Maharaj. He is not an ordinary person, he is a Shakti Avesa avatar. So actually this verse actually explained the whole essence of the pastimes of Prithu Maharaj. Yesterday, His Grace Dharmaseta Prabhu concluded with how the mother Archie going back home with his husband to his planet. He was explained so nicely that the part time was the pastime of Prithu Maharaj was concluded. In this verse, the essence of the whole activities and birth activities and his devotion, how he attained supreme goal. So everything was explained in this very verse. So later on, some more verses in this chapter, it's like a palasruti. So what is the benefit of hearing these stories and what is the importance of hearing about the devotees of Lord and their activities and how they attain the highest goal and all this. It's like a palasruti. So in today's words, we can see the Bhagavatam is very, very significant. Bhagavatam means, generally, Bhagavan means Supreme Personality who possesses complete opulences. Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, Bhagavat is also represented the opulence, the supremacy of Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the word Bhagavan derived from the Bhagavat. If you see in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter and second, third chapters, they were described about Bhagavats. What is the meaning of Bhagavat? There are 2 types of Bhagavats, book Bhagavat and person Bhagavat. So these 2 are sufficient enough us to understand about the Lord and going back to Him. So these 2 are very important in our life. So what is the book Bhagavat? Book Bhagavat means it's like a scripture. It gives information about Lord and how to reach Lord. So it gives information about Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. So that is the book Bhagavat. Whole information about the Lord, how to reach Him. What is the knowledge you have to attain to reach the Supreme Lord, Absolute Truth. That is the book Bhagavat. And person Bhagavat means the person Bhagavat who reads that scriptures, who understands that scriptures, who understand that knowledge, and who can implement those instructions in the life. That's almost like a book. There is no difference between book Bhagavat and person Bhagavat. Means he is following the book, the instructions given in the book, so with the help of spiritual master and pure devotees, and he is following and he makes his life in such a way that so he's almost like a Bhagavata. So he attains that qualities, that good qualities of that Supreme Person. So that's why the word Bhagavan, we don't refer to ordinary persons. It refers to the persons who have done some uncommon, we have some uncommon features, extraordinary features. Then only we can call him Bhagavan, Bhagavad. So like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, he is doing extraordinary activities. He is creating. So he's creating the second creation. He's doing the activities. He's maintaining the creation. So that is also extraordinary. Lord Shiva, he does the destruction. So that is also under the guidance of Lord. It's also extraordinary actor. So that's why we can refer only few personalities, those who are doing extraordinary features and extraordinary activities. We don't refer these words for the common people. So in this verse, Srila Prabhupada explained so to whom to refer Bhagavatam. So Prithvi Maharaj already has given the title Bhagavatam. Suppose if you see in the material world, for the material education, the students who are achieved some success in their studies, we give the excellence awards. So sometimes man of the match, the sports, so star of the day for the students, for excellence, these awards. That means they deserve it. They have done some extraordinary work, some special things. So they deserve for the title. Sometimes if you see in India, some countries, they give the awards for the soldiers also. Bharata Ratna, Bharata Veer. So like that. That means they have done some special activities. They deserve it. They possess the title. So here also the Prithvi Maharaj is given the title Bhagavatam. So why he has given that? Not for any other. So the title is given to Prithvi Maharaj. The reasons are given here. The three reasons are explained. Why? Because he has done some extraordinary activities. He possesses some extraordinary features, uncommon features. That is one reason. The second one, he attained the greatest goal after disappearing when he left his body. So that is not, it is not also not common. It's a very rarely achieved. And the third one, the person who knows the difference between knowledge and ignorance. So then those persons can be given title as a Bhagavatam. So completely surrendered souls. They are elevated souls. They are always in the transcendental platform, not in the material platform. So like the other examples also given in this Bhagavatam. Somebody wants to share any other examples for the Bhagavatam? Any ideas?
Hare Krishna Mataji or Haridas Thakur. There is
Haridas.
some-
Yes, Haridas Thakur. Yeah. Bhagavatama. Anybody else?
Parikshit Maharaj, Mataji.
Yes,
Parikshit.
Parikshit Maharaj. Yeah, he has done uncommon activities that he rejected. As soon as he had the curse, he detached everything. He rejected kingdom. He was the only king that time. He was ruling whole planet, the earth. He rejected everything. He surrendered. He wants to hear about the glories of Lord. Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Anybody else? Prahlad Maharaj. So he's also exhibited uncommon features. So whenever his father wants to kill him by various means, he didn't disturb. So he was just closing and meditating on the Lord. Namo Narayana, Namo Narayana. So even he didn't fear about his, so his father Hiranyakaspu, he was telling, worship me. Why you are worshiping me? He didn't scared about it. So he didn't take his warnings because he has steadily established in the devotional service. So he is also Bhagavatam. And if you see recent examples like acharyas, previous acharyas. So they are also referred as Bhagavatama. Almost they are in the transcendental plane, not in the material plane. So there is no tinge of material desires in their mind, completely absorbed in the service of Lord. And if you see our beloved Srila Prabhupada is also Bhagavatama, completely dedicated his life to preach the glories of Lord. He has taken the mission of Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he just took the instruction from his Guru. So just now we read, he always dreaming how to go west, how to preach. He didn't have any money, but still he's trying so many attempts how to go, how to print books, how to preach, how to spread this holy name. So always in the thoughts, the Bhagavan. And if you see these chapters, in the previous chapters, if you take some examples from these verses only, from these chapters only, Prithu Maharaj glories, we can clearly understand how he is so glorious and he was doing the extraordinary activities. For example, milking the cow. So as soon as his birth also glorious. So he came by the powerful hymns from the sages. Even though his father was non-devotee, he is a faithless person. So he became a devotee. As soon as he taken birth, he tried to solve the problems of the kingdom. That time the kingdom was here and there. So there is no proper order. Wanted to place them in order. So for that, he chastised the Mother Earth. He chased her. At the end, he got the solution from the Mother Earth to milk that Mother Earth. He made so many great personalities to cough for the milking. And he derived so many valuable things by milking. And he made the surface of globe equal. In that way, he brought the conditions of the kingdom back. It is an uncommon feature. Nobody could have done this. So he made Swayambhu Manu as a calf. He milked that herbs, grains, whatever needed for the kingdom, for the citizens. And in the same way, he made Brihaspati for the spiritual knowledge. And he made the Gandharvas, the Chitra, the calf, as a calf. And he derived so many music arts. So in this way, he did uncommon activities by bringing back the conditions of the kingdom. And this is one feature. And also in the 22nd chapter, from 55 to 66 verses, the extraordinary features of Prithu Maharaj was given. So I will tell one by one. So spiritual knowledge, in the spiritual knowledge, he is just like a Brihaspati. So he was compared with the Brihaspati. The analogy was given, he is like a Brihaspati in the knowledge. Brihaspati is a heavenly priest. He advises heavenly persons, King Indra also. So he is a so much knowledgeable person. So Prithu Maharaj's knowledge is compared with Brihaspati. In the controlling his self-control, he compared with the Supreme Personality of God himself. And ability to controlling everything, he was compared with Lord Brahma. You can see all these analogies, comparisons in the chapter 22nd. And intelligence and education was compared with Yamadharmaraja. And thoughts, so he had a deep thought. As soon as he became king, he was thinking, what is the reason for this struggle? So why citizens are surviving? Why the drought is here? No resources. What to do? He was thinking so deeply. The thoughts are so deep, just like a ocean. And his opulence, he was a great king. He has great kingdom also. Opulences are compared with Himalayas, great Himalayas. And his strength also compared with the wind. So wind is so powerful. It can smash, it can ruin anything. So his strength also so powerful. He can fight with any enemies. And his beauty also compared with Cupid. And his thoughtfulness, sometimes he thinks how to approach things, how to go here and how to do things. That thoughtfulness is just like a lion. Lion also is so thoughtful when to move. He was, the lion hides behind the plant bushes, wait for the prey. When it comes slowly, it comes outside. He has some thoughts, some plans. That is like a lion. He was so affectionate towards citizens. It's like a Swayambhu Manu. And he has anger also. So it is must for the Kshatriya. Anger should be there. So otherwise they cannot protect citizens from the enemies, citizens from the animals. So he has to protect, he has to get the anger. So he is using the anger in a proper way, not in waste. It is not in a useless way. So it is in a proper way. That intolerance, he cannot tolerate. He could, as soon as he became the king, he couldn't tolerate the condition of the kingdom. Immediately he was chasing the Mother Earth. Mother Earth became like a cow running. He was running after. So he got the anger. So I want to solve this problem. So why this problem is raised? What is the root cause? I want to smash that. So he has that anger. He was using that anger in a proper way. He's so powerful like a sun. And he's so kind, compassion. He was fulfilling the desires of citizens, just like a heavenly planets, demigods. So they give the sun, they give the rains, they give the wind, fresh air, they give the water. So these demigods, how they supply all these resources. So in the same way, he was fulfilling the citizens' desires so nicely. So he was satisfying each and everyone. Personally, he was talking to each and everyone and inquiring about their problems, solving personally. It's like satisfying everyone's desires, like rain. Rain is not limited to one place or one region. So if rains comes, it is all over the place, all over the planet. It's like that rain, it satisfies everyone's desire. He is strong, so strong. He is so determined, so strong, like Indra. And he is very fixing in purpose, so determined in his purposes, like Mount Meru. So all these descriptions are given in this previous chapter, this same canto. So these are some uncommon features of the Prithu Maharaj explained. That is the one reason was given by Srila Prabhupada. We can relate those reasons in respect to Prithu Maharaj. How he was doing uncommon activities, how was his opulence was explained by these analogies. And the second one is very, very important in this aspect. That one, he attained the greatest goal after disappearing. So this is the purpose of whole Krishna consciousness. So the sadhana, the practices, whatever we are doing to attain that greatest goal. Prabhupada says, so human form is rarely achieved. You should not waste this life. You enjoyed many births. That's enough. So just dedicate this life for the service of Lord, so you can go back to Him. So that aim should be there. So we should not aim for lower things. So in the Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter 25 verse, Yanti Deva Vrata Deva Tunyanti Pritanvada Bhutani Yanti Bhutyaju. That means whoever wants to go to demigods, they worship demigods. Their goal is to reach the demigod planet. So if they want to go to Pitriloka, they worship Pitrus. Their goal is to go there. In Vedas, so the Vedas are given all this information, how to do demigod worship, how to go there planet. So Srila Prabhupada Srimad Bhagavatam condemns all these. So it is giving the highest goal of the human life. The highest goal is going back home, back to Godhead. The Supreme, going back to the Supreme Lord, Supreme Abode, so that is the goal. So suppose sometimes in the material world also, we make so many goals, aims. In order to achieve, you have to do this. Suppose if you think in the material world, the highest education, somebody thinks maybe becoming doctor. So how to become doctor? They have to study some medical related courses. If you want to become engineer, they have to do the engineering related courses. So if they want to, it depends on their level of aim, they have to work hard also. If you want to become just normal, any type of employment, they can go to normal studies. They don't need to worry about it. They can take it casually, relaxedly, they can do. But if you want to go for a higher studies, they have to work hard. In the same way, so heavenly planets, the planets, which are material planets, which are in this universe, Abrahma Bhuvana Loka. So from the Patala to Brahmaloka, so there are 7 planets. So the important thing is where you have to go, that the goal should be there. So we can aim for these planets, we can go easily, but the work should be there, the hard work should be there, where you are going. So for a heavenly planets, by doing simple pious activities like charity, sacrifices, you can go to heavenly planet. You want to go to Siddhaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Maharloka. So we have to do little bit more austerities. So we have to do Jhana Yoga. Like this, in order to go to Goloka, you have to do some practices. That is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is very, very important here. Without Bhakti process, we cannot attain the supreme goal. The same thing happened in the case of Prithu Maharaj also. What happened? He ruled the kingdom so nicely. After he retired, he rejected king. He divided the whole property into different parts. He gave it to his sons. And he went to forest to do the tapasya, austerity. Here, the austerity he was doing not only dhyana yoga, not only meditation, along with the devotional service, we can see. So especially in the 20th chapter, the appearance of Lord Vishnu. In the chapter, we can see the instructions of Lord. Exactly, he followed same instructions, whatever Lord Vishnu has given. Lord Vishnu has come. So from the 20th chapter, from 3rd verse to 16th verse, these instructions are given. So what are those instructions? Here, Lord says, the advanced people, they use their intelligence for the welfare of others. So exactly, Prithu Maharaj, he used his advanced intelligence for the welfare of citizens. The person with advanced intelligence, what they do, they know the difference between knowledge and ignorance. They know the difference between matter and spirit. That is very, very, very important. That person is knowledgeable means they know the difference between matter and spirit. So it is not body, it is a soul. They can understand. They get the realization. So even in the Lord Krishna, he explained in the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 8th verse. Chatusloki. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam vartate iti matvam buddha bhava samanvitaha. That means, so whoever is wise, they know, they understand me. I am the cause of everything. So that is the intelligence. So you have to, Lord has given the intelligence. You have to use it in a proper way. If you are using that intelligence to go towards the higher planets, towards the internal energy of the Lord, then you will be success. In the same way, if you are using that intelligence to going to enjoy yourselves, using the sense gratification to make your body comforts, so that means you are using that intelligence in a wrong way. You are misusing that intelligence. And you are going back down. You are coming to the material pool again and again. So that is the wise, that intelligence should be there. How you are using that intelligence. So Lord Vishnu advised, so you should have that intelligence. You properly, you can distinguish what is matter and what is spirit. You can see the difference between soul and body. That is the first knowledge we get. When you think you are a body, you cannot do anything. You are on the bodily platform. You have to come out of that platform. So I'm not body, I'm soul. After that, this is the knowledge, jnana. What is vijnana? After knowing that, what is the duty of the soul? Releasing the duty of, what is the activities of soul? That is very important. Knowing that, that is sambandha, knowing that you are not body or soul. And what is our relation with the Lord? Reviving our conscious position, that is the real knowledge. So in this case, Prithu Maharaj is reviving exactly, he was following the instructions what Lord Vishnu has given. So he went to forest, he started eating tree bugs, dry leaves, roots, and sometimes water. And after some time he stopped, he practiced the breathing also. He controlled the breathing. In that way, he was doing Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, along with the devotions. He didn't forget to remember the Lord. He was hearing the Krishna Katha, engaging in the service of Lord 24 hours. So that was given. The third one, Lord Vishnu also given. You have to, as a Kshatriya, you have to rule the kingdom perfectly. You have to take care of citizens. What you have to see their desires according to their needs. You have to survive. And also he said, you have to come out of from the duality. What is happiness? What is sad? Nirmana, moha, jita, sanga, dosa. So that means you have to, the false identification, false designation, false pride is there. So as long as you are with all these designations, you cannot realize the reality. You have to come out of that reality. You have to know what is actual truth. If you are in duality, dvandva moha, so loving, hating, happy, sad, so success and success, failure. And so you distress, you get distress, you get the anger, the consequences are there. But if you are situated in the stable mind, if you are situated in a loving devotion service of Lord, you can see that you get the broad mind, transparent. So Lord says, you can see me, you become Satchidananda Vigraha like me. So this is very important instruction. If you are equiposed, if you see everyone equal, if you see Paramatma in each and every living entity, so that means you are coming to the level of Satchidananda Vigraha, equiposing. So that is self-satisfaction. You get the self-satisfaction. You already established in the loving devotion service. Even in the Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapters, there are some verses. They describe how exactly this practice happens. When you start hearing the Bhagavatam, so you get the affinity for hearing. By hearing Sunatam Sa Krishna Punyasravana Kirtan Udayantasya Abhadrani Dunoti Srutam Sahad. So here what happens, they hear all the material contaminations will eradicated by hearing, by engaging in the devotional service. All anarthas will be removed. So then what happens in that loving devotional service, you can see Lord clearly. By that, you can be removed from the material designations, you will be free from material designations, and you are established in the mode of goodness. In that mode of goodness, evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogitaha. Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam. So you get the scientific knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When you are completely engaging in the service of Lord, you are hearing about Him. All your anarthas will be removed. Then loving devotional service established in the heart. And you can see yourself as a master. And that is Sthita Prajna stage. In that stage, you already in the mode of goodness. You see happy everywhere. There is no sadness. There is no duality. Everything is transparent. So you got a broad mind. So I'm not body. No need to worry about these things. And you start pleasing the Lord by your unalloyed devotional service. Exactly what is happening in the Prithu Maharaj. So attained higher goal after disappearing means he practiced all these instructions, whatever Lord Vishnu has given. He practiced the instructions of Acharyas given. That's why he's called Bhagavatama. He followed rules and regulations. And at this stage says the person should be distinguished. He should know. He is able to distinguish what is knowledge and what is ignorance. What is knowledge? So, suppose we want to say what is knowledge. Anybody wants to share what is knowledge? What is the real knowledge?
Hare Krishna Mataji, in chapter 13 Bhagavad Gita, I mean, at the beginning, the Lord has told that Jnana means the one who knows what is matter and what is spirit, and who knows the relation between the two, and what is the source of that knowledge. And that is true knowledge.
Yes, true knowledge means so one should know. So we are not, and we are servants of God. We are reviving our constitution position. So that is the knowledge. In Bhagavatam also, first canto, third and fourth chapters, they elaborately describe what is the confidential knowledge, what is the real knowledge. Even Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 9 and chapter 7, chapter 4, they explain what is the transcendental knowledge, what is the most confidential knowledge. There is a difference between confidential knowledge, and most confidential knowledge. So attaining, so knowing about the Lord. So even maybe it is up to Brahma Jyoti, that means Brahman knowledge, Brahman realization. That is only eternity. It gives eternity, Sat. And that knowledge, it brings towards the Paramatma realization. So it you know about the Paramatma, even though with the speculative knowledge, the Paramatma realization, that is more confidential knowledge. It is one of the features of the Lord. It is not ordinary knowledge. So knowing the knowledge with the knowledge is also knowledge, confidential knowledge. It's a more confidential knowledge. But here, Srila Sukadeva Goswami says, the more confidential knowledge along with the devotion, if you add the devotion to that knowledge, it becomes most confidential knowledge. Exactly, Prithu Maharaj is doing the same. He is having the Paramatma realization. He was doing Ashtanga Yoga, meditation, but he was not satisfied with that. He was performing devotional service also, 24 hours devotional service to please the Lord. He was doing all this to please the Lord. That is the goal. We have to understand why you are doing all this, not for our satisfaction. We are doing it for satisfaction of the Lord. That Pratmaharaj exactly knows. So he satisfied Lord and he attained the greatest goal, that is supreme goal. And that is about the knowledge, confidential knowledge, more confidential knowledge, and most confidential knowledge is the knowledge you are serving with the Lord. You are the servant of Lord. Your duty is to serve the Lord with unalloyed devotion service is most confidential knowledge. So in Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter also gives Raja Vidya Rajagiham Pavitram Adamuttamam. That means it is a king of the knowledge. This knowledge is a king of the knowledge. Whoever knows this, they get higher abode. They achieve supreme goal. And what is the ignorance? The same way knowledge means light. Knowledge means knowing about the Lord. And knowledge means reviving our constitutional position. So you are not a body, you are a soul. And what is the ignorance? Exactly opposite of the knowledge is ignorance. What is that? Ignorance. Anybody wants to say anything about what is ignorance?
Is it not knowing Krishna is ignorance?
Yes, Prabhuji. So exactly, lack of that understanding, lack of knowledge, yeah, lack of that connection. Whenever you lose that connection, that means we are in ignorance. Yes. Any other? So we lost our connection because we are in the ignorance. So what is the root cause for ignorance?
False ego, Mati. False ego.
Yeah, false ego. Yes, Prabhuji. That is correct. And one more. So false identity, false ego. So these are the symptoms of ignorance. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so Adilila, first chapter 102, the verse says, there are 5 kinds of ignorances. So actually it is explained in Mahabharata Yoga Parva also. So the first one is accepting body to be the self. First mistake. That means we are in such a ignorant, we don't even know we are soul, we are body. So that is very dangerous actually. So knowing about body and maintaining body, you are surviving only for the body. So you never get rid of this entanglement. As long as you are in that consciousness, you cannot come out of that. So that is one type of ignorance. And the second one, material gratification is enjoyment. You are thinking. So serving the body is enjoyment. Serving the body means eating nicely, going to restaurants, enjoying, engaging your senses for your enjoyment. You are enjoying the life with all your senses. Whatever we see, we want it, enjoy it. Whatever we smell, we want it. Whatever you hear, want it. With all the senses, you are enjoying. So you are thinking this is the life, this is the enjoyment. Nothing is there. So you are in that false ignorance. That means you are in ignorance. The third one, being anxious due to the material identification. You are thinking that is false identification. I am this, I am that. So we create our own designations. Like So I am a mother, I am a father, I am a teacher, I am this, that, I am Indian. So many false designations. So what is actual designation? We are forgetting. The actual designation is we are servant of Lord. We are forgetting. So we are forgetting the actual reality. What is the duty of the soul? That is serving the Lord. We are forgetting that concept. We are thinking, we are doers, we are doing, we are proprietor, we are the enjoyers. So with me only everything is running. I am the reason for everything. I am the cause of everything. So some people, they are even ignorant. They declare themselves as a God. We can see how much they are in the ignorance. So then thinking anything beyond absolute truth. So this is very, very important point to understand. So when we are in ignorant, we cannot accept the supremacy of Lord. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said you have to condemn even Buddhism. So he condemned because they don't accept, even though they are followers of Buddha, they don't accept the supremacy of Lord. That philosophy should be condemned. So we should reject those type of philosophies which are teaching the supremacy of other things other than Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, absolute truth. And false lamenting, so false compassion. So that is also part of ignorance. So these are the 5 kinds of ignorance given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is accepting body to be the self. We think we are body. We do all the actions related to the body only. So that those actions will not lead you to the spiritual journey. So those actions will lead you to the falling down into the material form at the end. So those actions are not recommended in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So they are not recommended, they are not accepted. So we have to away from these actions. There are 2 types of actions, material actions and spiritual actions. We have to decide that just like a do's and don'ts. So these actions, by these doing material actions, we cannot advance. So we have to think, what are that special actions we can keep on going in the spiritual journey, we can advance in the spiritual journey, we can go back to Godhead. So we have to understand what are those actions. Those actions are given by previous acharyas. So we have to follow them by rendering service, by submissively, by hearing submissively, by rendering service submissively to them, by inquiring submissively. So we get that knowledge. What are the actions related to the soul? What are the actions pleasing the Lord? What are the actions so that I can advance in the spiritual journey? So the actions which are giving enjoyment for the body, it is temporary. So they no longer help you in the advancing spiritual journey. So just reject it. That ignorance should be rejected. And you are thinking the enjoyment, false enjoyment is real enjoyment. False happiness, temporary happiness is real happiness. You have to come out of that zone and you have to think what is the real happiness, how to get it, what are the process, what are the ways. So previous acharyas given that the process also, Navavidha Bhakti, Sadhu, Shastra, services, association. So these are the processes to know about real happiness, real enjoyment. Being anxious due to material identification, that means the identification, we are false and we are in the false identity. We have to come out of that false and we have to see the reality. It should be transparent. What is reality? What is the real truth? And we should stop the lamenting for petty things, for the material things. We have to lament, we have to cry for Lord, we have to lament that we have taken the birth here. How to get out of this circle? We have to lament for that. We are separated from the Lord. So we have to lament how to meet him. We have to cry how our devotion should be protected, not for these material desires. How I get the job, how I will be comfortable, how I get money. So no money. So not for this. When you are surrendered, when you have taken up this process of devotion service, everything automatically adjusted. No need to endeavor separately for these material things. That's why the sages, the great sages, they always, after the spiritual well-being of people, they know very well the spiritual well-being is automatically followed by material well-being. So that's why these sages always, they ask, what is the goodness, what is the ultimate good? The Savanakadi rishis, they asked Sutta Goswami 6 questions. What are the ultimate good for all? They are wasting their lives. They are enjoying. And the Kali Yuga people, they are Manda Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagyo. So they are unlucky. They are short-lived. They don't have a knowledge. They are unfortunate. How they get fortunate? And what is the essence of all the scriptures? They ask these questions for the welfare of people. So they always see how the spiritual practices go. So they know very well by doing spiritual practices, automatically material things will be adjusted. They come into line. No need to endeavor. So these are the things described in this verse. So these are my realizations from this verse. So basically we have discussed what are those uncommon features of Prithu Maharaj by seeing the comparisons. He was compared with great personalities in the 22nd chapter. So those analogies, by understanding them, we can understand the greatness of Prithu Maharaj. Is magnanimous, magnificent, and liberal. He is so liberal, so compassionate, so kind towards the citizens. How he was ruling citizens. And he not only gave the material comforts, he was instructing the people. As soon as he became king, he was instructing the people, you have to respect Brahmanas. First instruction he has given. And he also given, be in the devotional service all the times. So he is not only practicing, he is making citizens also practice the same principles. So that's why he is regarded as a Bhagavattama. And he attained the highest goal by practicing devotional service, by Ashtanga Yoga and 24-hour service of Lord, hearing the Katha and engaging all his senses in the service of Lord. He went back to Godhead along with his wife. And he knows very well what is the knowledge and what is the ignorance. He is a person who can distinguish knowledge. That's why he is described as a Bhagavattama. He has given the title as a Bhagavattama. So the essence of his glories, his pastime is given in this verse. So important verse also to understand the glories of Prithu Maharaj and to meditate what actions actually we have to do in our life to attain such a glorified greatest goal. What actions we have to do, so we can understand by his example. So anybody wants to add any points or any realizations, I conclude here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much for the very nice class, and particularly bringing out the importance of knowing the life of Prithu Maharaj and how we can benefit from his great qualities as a king and as a great devotee of the Lord. and and by following his life, we can also improve our personal journey of spiritual advancement. And in this way, everyone will be benefited. Prithu Maharaj, during his lifetime, as a great king, he has showed how the material needs of his subjects were met. He ensured it. Initially, there was some problem with them for the food, and he has ensured everything. And after that, by milking the earth, he has ensured everything for all the citizens of his kingdom. And after that, the most important thing is that he has not only supplied them with the material things, he has supplied all the necessaries of spiritual life. And he has imbibed upon them the importance of spiritual life above everything. And this is the importance of a human life. And he has, by his own example, showed before us how one has to live his life, even though he was a family person or a grihastha. He has ruled the country as a family person, but at the same time, he has showed by his example how to reverence, treat with the spiritual person, like four Kumaras, and he has submissively known from them, and he has implemented everything in his own life as an example to his citizen. And in this way, the life of Prithu Maharaj is a glorious act, and we should follow it. And in this way, we can advance our spiritual life as well.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay, so I think nobody is there, Prabhuji, so we can conclude the class today.
Yeah, thank you. It appears, Mataji, there is no other person to make.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Prabhupada ki
Jai. Har
Hare
Grace
Krishna.
Savitri Mataji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.